Hello and welcome back to John's Fun Adventures. Today we're doing something a little bit different. What we figured we would do is answer some questions about being first-time parents. Every video can't be about buying Squishmallows, can it? I mean, maybe it can, but Christina won't let me do that. So what's our first question? Christina, talk to me.
What's the biggest piece of advice you give to a first-time parent?
Oh, well, that's actually pretty easy. So the biggest piece of advice that I would give to a first-time parent is to like and subscribe. No, God, that was terrible.
That was not funny.
That was not funny?
No.
Not at all? The biggest piece of advice I give to a first-time parent, honestly, is that you're not always going to have time to do the things that you like to do, or you're not always going to have time to yourself, or just, like, honestly, you're going to give up a lot to be a parent, and that's really what there is to say about it. I don't actually talk about this too much, but I'm a musician. My whole basement is my recording studio. I record a lot of my own music, and then I basically had to stop because, being a parent is a full-time job, and I know I'll get back into it eventually. In fact, it's something that I want John to learn. I want him to learn how to play instruments. That'll just be another way for him and me to connect. And, I think it's a great thing overall. But for the time being, I haven't made music in over a year, right? I used to be down here all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time. What's next on our list, Christina?
How do you find time for yourself?
Oof. All
related.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm going to defer to you. You answer that one first.
I usually just don't. But I'm in a bit of a unique situation because I work many, many hours.
Yeah, Christina works like 60 to 80 hours a week, so I'm with John by myself a lot. That's sort of a loaded question. How do you find time for yourself? Because you really don't. I mean, for me, my time was always sort of shared because I like being around people. I like doing things. And I don't need much alone time. I guess my only alone time was making music. What's our next question?
What did you stop doing?
I feel like, aside from what I've said already, I've just, stopped doing a lot of stuff that made me happy. Like, I used to have friends. I used to hang out with people. I used to connect with people over music. But I just kind of stopped all of that. And, I guess that also goes to us being in a unique situation as well, because we don't live near any of our family. We don't have anybody. We don't have grandma and grandpa to just come here on a whim and watch John. We don't even go food shopping together alone. Everything we do is either separate or as a family, because we straight up got nobody and we're on our own right now. It's not always going to be like this. And we know that, and that's okay. But for the time being, we are all we have.
It's true.
It's true.
What about balancing work and baby?
For me, that's a little bit easier, because for me, I work from home. I work from home, and I work in an environment that is fairly understanding towards having a screaming child in the background. Like, this is not something I really get on video a lot, but it's the truth. Like, I will be on meetings, I will be on calls, and he will just be screaming his little head off in the back because he wants to be held, because he wants something that I'm just not able to give to him. And that's okay. And it just is what it is, because that's our situation. We're not in a financial situation to afford to hire somebody who could watch him 24/7. We don't have parents who could be here to watch him while I'm working. Christina works, like we said, 60 to 80 hours a week outside of the house. And I'm just fortunate enough to be able to work from home for now. And it's tough. It's really hard. And then, balance that, working my full-time job, taking care of John, which is a full-time job, trying to get a YouTube channel off the ground, which is a full-time job. It's like I feel like I'm running on a treadmill every single day, but there's two ways to look at it, right? It's either going to beat you down, or you're going to get tired, or you're going to build up your endurance and you're going to be able to beat it. And I feel like I can beat it.
It's very inspiring.
Is that very inspiring?
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. What's next?
Is parenting harder or easier than you thought?
Listen, Christina's gonna have a lot to say about the fact that I always used to be like, it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, because I am a glass half full, optimistic, bright side type of person. It's tough. You think it's hard?
I knew it was going to be hard, though.
I knew that, right? That's what I was about to say. She came into this saying, John, this is going to be, I don't want to use words like awful and terrible, because that's not what you said.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard.
You used to say, I can't wait for my FMLA so I can make so much music. And I was like, what do you think is going to happen? And you would get mad at me when I would say that, actually.
I was young and naive and full of hope. I mean, yeah, during the first 2 months post pregnancy, Christina was home full time. I was working from home full time, and I was also on FMLA, the Family Medical Leave Act, so I was able to not be at work 3 days a week and still get paid for it. And that was sort of a transition period for me to step into a full-time caretaker role while balancing a re-entry into work. At this point, I'm like I am every other week I'm off one day on FMLA to stretch out my FMLA. So I am essentially a full-time working parent and a full-time caretaker for John. Do you know how I cope? I cope by buying Squishmallows. It's the truth. It's the truth.
I know.
What else we got?
What are some of the biggest challenges?
Oh man, the biggest challenge. Honestly, the biggest challenge is just like waking up every morning and feeling like I'm a good parent. The biggest challenge is just feel like I'm doing the right thing, Because it can be hard. It can be hard to work a full day and still try to take care of your kid, still try to make sure he's happy, and still try to do all of the things, right? Some days it's just easier to give him a bottle than it is to try to feed him solids, for instance. But you know that you gotta feed him solids because it's developmentally appropriate for him to have solids at this point. And what are you gonna do? Take the easy route and just feed him a bottle so you can answer emails? Or are you gonna sit there and feed him solid food and say, work can wait and I just gotta hope that my manager doesn't call me right now? Even all these YouTube videos, it can be hard. It's just a challenge to just wake up and be like, hey, I gotta have the motivation, I gotta have the energy, I gotta have it, and I gotta be on, and I gotta do it, and I gotta try my hardest, and I gotta be a role model, and I gotta show him, because one day he's gonna watch these. One day he's going to see all these, and he's going to see me trying my hardest while he was, 4 months old, 5 months old. Today he's 8.5 months old. He's going to see all of this. So for me, the hardest thing is just being able to do my best every single day, and just to show him that, hard work pays off. And this is hard work. Man, that was much. What else you got in there? Move on. God.
How has parenting affected your relationship?
It's brought us closer together. Right?
I think so.
You think so? I think so. I still find you pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there are so many people who are like, parenting has negatively affected our relationship, or parenting has made our relationship harder, or oh my god, we can't go on date nights anymore, or we don't get any time to ourselves, or whatever. It's just I don't feel that way personally, and I don't care about that type of stuff. I love spending time with you and him together. I love spending time as a family. It's everything that I ever thought it would be. It's everything that I wanted. I don't know. You got anything to add to that?
No.
Not really, right?
I think you said it.
Yeah. What else we got?
Are we ready to have another baby?
Right. The whole title of this video. Are we ready to have another baby? Well, being that you're going to be the vessel.
Being as Sean's Fun Adventures.
Being that it's John's Fun. Yeah, what's gonna happen if we have another baby? I'm gonna have to change the name of this channel.
That's the big thing, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That is what I think about most. If we have another baby, he's gonna see that, she's gonna see that, whatever the case is gonna be. Like, Dad, that's what you were really thinking about? No. No. I don't know. I definitely want another baby, right? You want another baby? Yeah. Like, there's no question about it. We don't want to raise John as an only child, and that is what it is. I don't know if I'm ready to have another baby yet. Mentally, I'm ready. I feel like I could handle it. But then I also said that about having our first one, right? It'll be easy. What was that face?
Okay.
I know you said so. You say it to the camera.
Nothing.
Say it to my face.
Watch it later and find out.
Emotionally, I feel like I could handle it. Do we have the space in this house for it? Like, kind of. We can make it work. I just don't think that the time is right now to have another baby. Not right this second. But I want one. Definitely want one in the future. We're gonna go wake up John now. This was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that we were able to carve out the time to do this video. If you guys like this video, seriously, please comment, because, like, I like making these videos as much as I love, like, shopping for Squishmallows and doing those videos. Like, if you like these videos as well, please let me know, and I'll keep doing them. John's Fun Adventures, signing off.